afternoon. Larissa, we're doing the...
Oh, hi. I found a shark and a snake. Isn't that fun? And a little minifig. That's really cool. Hi, welcome to the city update with me, the Lego digger, and Theri Ray, the library director.
Yeah.
It's so good to have you here.
It is so fun to be here. Every time I'm here, I have a great time.
Well, the reason for her today is because it's library week.
Woo, woo, library week.
We got a lot to celebrate.
We do. We have a great library.
We really do.
We really do.
We have a lot to talk about, too.
Yeah. I hear that from people who come from other libraries to visit our library, how cool our library is.
Well, I think...
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah. You know, we're kind of biased, though.
Yes, but but I hear from other people, too. So, it really is a cool library.
Yeah.
We have things like this.
I know.
But you had a whole list of things you wanted to chat about.
Well, I mean, it was... If you were going to be here, then why not?
I mean, right? I'm always happy to talk about libraries, and specifically our library, but libraries in general.
Well, let's just take a minute and talk about our weekend. What did you do?
I did a lot of planting. It was a nice weekend for getting outside and you know, doing the yard work and planting and playing in the dirt and being in the garden and that sort of thing. It was a great weekend for it. I hear we're going to get some rain, so it was really good timing.
I'm not a planter.
No? What'd you do?
I cleaned my house.
That's excellent. Did you know it's good for your mental health?
It is good for your
mental health. It is good for mental health.
Yeah. There's a lot of health benefits to that.
Yeah. And just, you know, like that organizing your place so that it doesn't, you know, look like this mess of Legos over here.
This is fun. This is an organized mess. Don't let her talk to you about that.
It's a great mess.
I found a shark.
She's very excited about the shark.
I found a shark, and I found an executioner.
He might just be a soldier.
Look at him. Look how cute he is.
He is kind of cute.
He is amazing. What should we call him? Should we call him Sir Lancelot?
Sure. He's got a lance in his hand. That makes sense.
Is that called a lance?
That's
I had no idea.
That's what I would call it.
A jousting thing. Let's call it.
Sir Lancelot. I like it.
Well, happy National Library Week.
Happy National Library Week. I'm so excited.
Does that mean that we get to celebrate you like multiple times a year?
I mean, I think we should celebrate libraries every day. But this is sort of a national week about it.
Yeah, so we get to celebrate all of you.
Yes, everybody, the whole crew.
Well, let's get to celebrate. Are you having cake?
We might be having cake later this week.
I want some. I like cake.
We might be having cake later this week. I feel like it's this kind of thing you should have cake for.
Dr. Seuss. You should have a Dr. Seuss cake.
A Dr. Seuss cake?
Well,
we could have a library cake. It could look like a book. Oh my gosh, have you seen the book cakes on like the Pinterest and the Instagram and stuff? People do like book cakes and they look like books. It's amazing.
No, I haven't.
In your free time, Google that up.
No, there's a really cool show that says, "Is it cake?" And they make stuff that looks real, like purses.
But it's cake.
Basketballs and food, like a taco or a cheeseburger, and it's really cake.
Wow. Yeah.
Some of them are really just like perfect. It's really cool.
I feel like that's a lot of work.
And they might have books on there too. I don't really know.
I feel like it's a lot of work for something you're just going to eat. But I mean, it is art. It's definitely art. It's just not my art form.
I like any kind of art. I appreciate it all.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate your art right now.
Right. I'm notoriously not good at the Legos. The young people are good at the Legos, and I know some people that are not young that are super good at the Legos. That I think comes from years and years and years of practice. And that's how you get good at things, is by practicing.
Tyler is actually pretty good at Legos. I don't know if the viewers remember that from last year.
Did you know that Legos are very mathematically?
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense. Anyway, well, let's move forward.
Okay, let's talk about it. Because we can get distracted with Legos.
We totally can. I think my ADHD would have let me do that. So let's talk about this art contest.
Okay, so we have a fantastic art contest going on. We are sponsoring an art contest for 1st through 5th graders. In the library, you can come in and your young ones can color a Mother's Day themed picture, and then we will be picking 3 winners from 2 age brackets, so 1st through 3rd grade, and then 4th and 5th grade. We're gonna have some winners. We're gonna give out some prizes. We're gonna display some really cool art about mothers.
I am listening.
Okay, that's great.
I promise you.
So that's what we're doing. That's the art contest. It's right there in the library. Come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and color a picture.
Absolutely, because mothers need celebrated.
I mean,
Although we do a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
and in the theme of art, right? Like, we're not telling you what that is. So, you know, like,
that's up for your own personal.
yeah, you come in and draw a picture of what you think is a celebration of mothers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have this. So
it's April 24th. It's Right to Read Day.
Yes, and that is part of the National Library Week.
Yep.
So tell us about that.
Okay, so basically, the right to read is, we as librarians think that you have the right to read whatever you want to read. And we have no judgment about that, like, at all. Like, I would never judge you when you came into the library and said, hey, could you help me find my favorite book or my next favorite book, even if it's not my genre. So, like, I don't read romance, but I know it's wildly popular. So when folks come in and they're looking for a romance book, or, I don't know, a nonfiction book about weather, I don't have any judgment about whether or not you should be reading that thing. My goal is to help you find the book that you're into.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
So I know we're friends and stuff, but I don't read.
That's okay. I still like you.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I like you too.
Oh, good. I'm
Thanks.
glad. Yeah.
Okay, so then now it's on to the National Library Workers Day.
Oh my gosh. So
tell us.
So let me tell you just a little bit about the crew of folks that work at the library.
Yes.
They are really amazing, and they deserve to be celebrated all the time, from the bottom to the top, as far as, you know, like, is there a hierarchy? I don't think that one person's job is more important than another. We couldn't do libraries without every single person that's there, and they do a fantastic job, and they work really, really hard at all kinds of different things, from people that are at the front desk trying to help folks find their next favorite book, or figure out if their book is ready for them to pick up, or get them a library card, or help them use the computer, or figure out what's going on with the printer, all of that good stuff, to the folks who work in the back that you almost never see, but work tirelessly to make sure that all of the tags on the books are formatted properly and they're on the right books. And
wait, is that a thing?
That is absolutely a thing. There is a cataloger, and this is the person who gets the information for the books and puts it into our catalog to make sure that the catalog is searchable so that you can find the book that you're looking for. And I took a whole class on this when I was working on my master's. It's very, very fascinating. There's MARC records. There machine readable code that is a string of numbers that tells you all about the book. It's fascinating, and I'm super glad that there is somebody else in the library who wants to do that, because that's not my forte. It's not what I want to do for 8 hours a day. But we have a tech services team that does amazing work with that. Our interloan librarian, our programmers, just the whole crew is fantastic, and I think they deserve cake.
Do you have a door?
Like a Lego door?
Yeah.
I don't see a Lego door.
I mean, there's a lot of dust getting in my house right now.
So your house is your Lego house? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sweep it.
Uh-oh. You're gonna sweep the house with
gotta clean.
Yeah.
So tell us about the next thing.
Outreach. Okay, so I have here, can we see this? The bag. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the homebound delivery bag, this is a super cool program, I think, in my opinion. So sometimes folks are stuck in a situation where they can't leave their house for a myriad of reasons.
Medical.
It could be medical.
Oh.
So what we do is folks can apply for our homebound program, and they fill out a questionnaire with what kind of books they're into. And then every other week, our adult programmer will pick out new books for them and deliver their books to their home. So that they, even though they can't come into the library, they can still get books from us.
That's amazing.
I think it's super cool, like, that you can.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the outreach that libraries do. your image there is a bookmobile, and I would be super excited about a bookmobile. But we don't have one of those yet, but we could potentially in the future have a bookmobile.
Yet
that
is
would
your
be
keyword.
Cool. Yet, it's always a yet. I'm
'cause we
always looking
believe.
for what can we do more and how can we better help our community with their information needs.
See, I think that's really cool because you have a lot of we have a lot of senior citizens or those maybe that are not mobile.
Yes.
And that are still able to access those resources.
Absolutely.
I think that's really cool.
It's
but
very
also
cool.
tell us about audiobooks. Now you've told me about this and I have just like not use that feature, but tell our viewers.
You should check into that feature. We have a couple of different online virtual library collections. We have the Oklahoma Virtual Library, and we have Hoopla, and you can get audiobooks on both of those, and you can get them like right on your phone.
Wait, Hoopla is an app?
Hoopla is an app, as is Libby. Libby is the app that they use for the Oklahoma Virtual Library. And you can get ebooks, which is, like a book that you read like on an e-reader, or audiobooks. And I love my audiobooks because sometimes I have a hard time sitting still. Sometimes I feel bad
Me too.
if I'm just sitting and reading just because I enjoy it. Like I need to be up doing things. So like this weekend when I was gardening and mowing my grass,
you were listening to
I
them?
was absolutely listening to a book.
What?
I've got 10 minutes left of my book.
No way.
Yeah, I got 10 minutes left of this book before I'm on to the next book. But so, mowing my grass, I've got my headphones on, I'm pushing my lawnmower and doing the weed eating and I get to listen to my book. And so you're still absorbing the stories, and it's great because you're still listening to the vocabulary. You're listening generally to a pretty fluent reader, so you're listening to the flow of the way that the language sounds.
Yeah.
Audiobooks are fantastic. I can read 2 and 3 books that way because I can have one that is a physical book that I read like when I sit down to relax before I go to sleep kind of thing. I read that one for a little bit. But when I'm up doing things like my dishes and my laundry and my yard work, I can be listening to audiobooks and just digesting stories that way.
I was told a long time ago that reading before you go to bed helps you to get better sleep.
I believe that. Because I think one of the things that it helps you do is it sort of helps you disconnect from all of the things that you're worried about.
Yeah.
Like, tomorrow's Monday, what am I going to do at work? And, did I get all the things that I needed to get done? And all those things that you worry about when you lay down to go to sleep, if you get yourself absorbed into a story, even for like 25, 30 minutes, I think it helps unplug from your own stress and then you get to sleep better.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, where's our coloring pages?
I have coloring pages. I'm so excited. So we have activities, crafty activities and coloring and stuff all the time in the library. But since it's National Library Week, we have these super cool National Library Week coloring pages that we will have out in addition to our regular. Would you like a coloring page?
Absolutely. I wish I had colors. I would do it right now.
Yeah. I should have brought you some colored pencils. We do have those.
We could have colored together.
Our table at the library in the children's section has all the coloring stuff out, and you can come and color.
I like it.
And it's great.
Yeah. I like it. And you can make copies of these and give them to your students and celebrate Library Day if you're a teacher.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
that's cool.
I think the librarians in the schools should be doing it. I don't know if you know this, but librarians in schools are so important. They're so important, and we're so lucky that we have librarians and libraries in our schools here in Enid.
Well, I have a best friend. Her name is Tina McGowan, and she was just recently named as the 2023 Paraprofessional of the Year, and she is at Adams Elementary. And if you see her, then make sure you give her a big high five and tell her good job. She wears many hats in that school.
That's awesome, and having come from the field of education, I can tell you that teachers couldn't do what they do without paraprofessionals.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it takes a whole team every time.
That's awesome. Oh. Tell us about the seed.
Oh yeah, that's the seed library. Okay, so we have all these pictures and we have these Legos and all of this stuff because the theme of National Library Week this week is there's more to the story. And I believe that part of that is about sort of highlighting that while libraries have books, and we have lots of books, and we have great books, and we have digital books and audio books and graphic novels, and we have all the books, right? We have more than books. Libraries are places that create community they build community. So one of the things that we have is a seed library. You can come and check out seeds that then you can plant. And in the fall, last year, the year before, we've had seed saving workshops to teach you how to save the seeds from the plants that then you could bring back, and it will create this ongoing seed library of
But you
seeds.
said to check out seeds, so that means that you have to bring them back?
Well, you don't have to bring the seeds back, but we would really, really like it then if you
Replaced them?
If you brought seeds from the things that you grew. So like if you that's how it works.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. You just have to know how to save your seeds.
There's a wrong way? You don't just dehydrate them and put them in a Ziploc and say, here you go.
You know what? I'm not 100% sure. I should take the workshop. But I know that you can't just just throw them in a bucket of water, and you have to do some stuff.
I will say my sister,
there's a right way.
My sister gave me some plants and propagated, you take a limb and put it in a thing.
Yeah. Some plants will do that.
And they're actually still alive.
That's awesome.
But they're not growing very fast. But that's okay.
Everything in its own time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so we have the seed library. We have the citizenship corner. This is a program I'm super jazzed about. This program. I'm super jazzed about a lot of stuff at the library. But this one is specifically helping folks study for their citizenship test. I don't know if you've seen the test.
I haven't.
It's not the easiest test to pass. But we have helped several folks in the Enid area prepare for and pass their citizenship test, which I think is really, really cool.
I found a window.
She found a window.
I found a window. I already have a window.
Yeah, but we help people become citizens at the Enid Public Library. It's very cool. And we have a whole corner about it with a bunch of materials, and Margot, our adult programmer, does a weekly practice for the test to help folks get ready, and it's very cool. So there's a whole lot going on at the library that's not just books, including Legos. Larissa, flip the thing. Flip the thing. Do we have a new?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm building. Okay.
She's building.
Very
okay,
serious.
So, all right, I'll do the clicker. How's that? That way you can dig.
Sorry.
So this is our 3D printer and a very cool piece of art. And the 3D printer makes things like this little dragon.
Those are really cool. Like this thing is a fidget thing.
Yeah. That's a fidget toy. That's
so
great.
Cool. And it's made of good plastic.
It is made of
Is it plastic?
It's plastic. It's plastic that melts and then gets laid down in layers.
What?
Yeah, it's super cool. And these are puzzle boxes that one of our librarians made.
Those are so rad.
And I don't know a whole lot about puzzle boxes, honestly. I've seen many a video, but somehow or another I've opened this one by pushing on the right things. And I don't know exactly how they work, but it's super cool. And
I'm just afraid of breaking it.
And the 3D printer at the library is now ready for public use. And it is 5 cents a gram for the weight of the plastic. And there's a whole process, right? Like you have to book a librarian appointment so that you can either learn about the 3D printer or show off the fact that you know how to use the 3D printer, just so that we're sure that you're comfortable with the machinery. You bring your own file. We have some software that you can make your own file, and then you print your stuff off, and it's 5 cents a gram for the weight of the item, and it's super cool. And
can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Why does this say flush on it?
I have no idea.
It doesn't look like a toilet, does it? Does that look like a toilet to you?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But flush can also mean like straight up against something.
Oh, I thought it was a toilet. I thought it was saying flush the toilet.
Yeah, I don't know. Flesh is one of those words with multiple meanings.
Oh, that's true.
It is. Yeah.
That's true.
Give me the thing. Oh, and the big piece of art.
Oh, that is so cool.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, we came to the unveiling because we
Yes.
had to take pictures here for the department. That thing is so neat.
It is very cool, and it is art from John Newsom, who's a local, an Enid local. He doesn't live here anymore, but his parents still live here. I mean, he graduated from Enid High, and he attributes the Enid Public Library with one of his research places about where he did research on art and the contemporary art scene. And now he is a famous author, a famous artist who lives in New York. And this piece is based on some of his work, and it is interactive, so you can open little panels and talk about the difference in, like what the imagery means and what it would be like if they used this animal instead of this animal. And it's very cool, and it's going to be on display in the library for quite some time, and I'm hoping that we're going to have some programming associated with art and this particular art piece and sort of that imagery and that sort of thing. But that giant buffalo is really cool.
That giant buffalo is rad.
Right. And now, the Lego Club.
Yay!
That's why we have all the Legos.
Yes, it is.
Lego Club is very cool, and the young people are so super creative. Our Lego Club for teens and tweens is the fourth Monday of every month.
Yes.
And our teen librarian, Megan, usually has some sort of idea about what she wants to see the kids build, and she gives them some instructions, and then they build some stuff. And it is super cool. It is super creative. I will say that anyone under the age of 18 who is not accompanied by a parent to programs needs a parent permission card that we have at the desk at the library. If your kid wants to come to programming and you are going to drop them off, they need to have this card, and we will hold on to them once they're filled out, or your kid, if they are in such a position as to be responsible for such a thing, they could hold on to their own card, but they will need it for teen and tween programming.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I like it.
It's so cool, these Legos, and the kids are so creative. And
yeah.
There's a Lego wall.
I know.
Isn't that cool?
That is so cool. I want one of those at my house.
Yeah, right? There's a tub of Legos, and they have these things are attached to the wall, and you can build right on the wall. And those are, what you see there is some of the creations of young people as they're in the library, and they're
so cool.
Playing with Legos. It's super cool.
Cool. What's the next thing?
Oh, high school.
Yeah.
Okay. This
You're
program,
super stoked about this one.
I am super stoked about this one. This is an online high school opportunity for adults. You have to be 24 years of age.
Boo.
Or older. So you would totally qualify if
you needed it.
If you needed a high school diploma.
If you needed it.
And so this is an opportunity to earn an accredited high school diploma online through the library for free.
For free?
For free. We have a grant that is providing the tuition from the Oklahoma Department of Libraries and the Oklahoma Department of Commerce.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's super cool. We have a total of 5 scholarships available this year. We still have some spots open, so if folks are interested, go to our website there at the enid.ok.pls.org/school-diploma and get some more information. There's a prerequisite,
that's called a hyphen? I thought it was a dash. My apologies. Continue.
I think they've sort of become a bit synonymous these days. Yeah, we have, Yeah.
That's like these and there, like there and there. Anyway.
Those are homonyms, but yes.
Smarty pants.
But yes, so you can work on a high school diploma. You have 2 years to complete it, and the way that the program is set up is if you had not started 9th grade, you could finish this in 2 years. So you could do your whole high school diploma in 2 years.
What?
You could also transfer in credits. So let's say you did do some of your high school stuff and you have credits to transfer in. You can transfer in credits. If you have done some work and you have worked on a GED and passed parts of the test, you can transfer those kinds of credits in. It is a very accessible program, in my opinion, to help folks get a high school diploma. And this is a high school diploma that you can use that looks, it looks good on a resume that you've got your high school diploma.
Yeah.
You can also use this high school diploma to go to college.
What?
Like, you could completely advance.
Or VOTEC, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I consider VOTEC like a college. It's a trade school, advanced beyond high school. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, so this is super cool. We do have some seats available. So if you are interested in this, call the library or hit us up on our website and get some more information. For folks who need it, there are some laptops and some hotspots available because the program is completely online, and we don't want not having internet or not having a computer to be a barrier. So we want to make sure that we are taking down all the possible barriers.
That's right.
Yes.
Because the library is cool.
The library is cool, and we are all about taking down barriers.
All
and
about
providing access to the information, things that people need. I love it.
I love the Legos too. Oh, that's not what we were talking about.
I mean, we do love the Legos, though.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I think there's more going on in the city than just the library. What else is going on?
The Arbor Day community event.
That's about trees, right?
Yeah, honestly, I forgot what tree that they were planting, but
They're planting a tree? Join us for the City of Enid's tree board. I really can read. Join the City of Enid's tree board for the annual Arbor Day celebration at Government Springs.
Yes.
South Ballpark.
Yes, they are planting a tree.
They're planting a tree?
Yes.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. They do it every year, I think. From what I understand, I think they did it last year.
Is it a different kind of tree every year?
Yeah, but I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it is this year. It's different. I apologize for not knowing. So much for my research. Okay, and then we also have, this is a big event for every year.
Oddly enough, I'm excited about. Absolutely, I do this. We have we cleaned out an attic one time, and I found some stuff in some cans and some jars, and I wasn't sure what it was. And I was really happy for this hazardous waste collection day, because you shouldn't just dump that stuff in the sewer or dump it in your grass. Or,
you don't want to just put that in the trash either, because chemicals can create a fire. And so, and I think that's the reason why they started this day.
Well, and they can leach down through the ground into the water table, and then it can
be really bad.
Yeah, it can cause a whole problem. So you got to dispose of these dangerous, hazardous chemicals in specific ways. So we do this, and it's.
So this is going to be Saturday, May 13th. I believe it's going to be. Don't get me wrong, but I believe it's going to be down.
First Amendment Plaza. That's where it was last year.
Then I am assuming that it might be there this year.
That little Park Street. That section of Park Street that they can block off?
Where the one goes?
Yes.
Oh, I think so. They use that space for a lot of stuff, so yes, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a cool thing that we have.
This is a list of the things to bring. So, like prescriptions and pesticides, herbicides, oil-based paints and stains, lawn care, pool chemicals, old fuels there's a lot of different kind of fuels. There's ethanol.
Yeah.
There's diesel.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Kerosene's not a fuel.
I think kerosene's a fuel.
Is it really? I don't know.
It fuels a kerosene.
I'm making myself not look so good right now. Or craft and hobby supplies. Do not bring commercial waste. Do not bring ammunition or explosives. Do not bring medical or infectious waste.
The biohazard, like the red biohazard bags?
Yes.
Don't bring those.
Yeah. Is that the same thing as radioactive?
No, radioactive has to do with whether or not it is emitting radioactive, like radiation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you need.
But I hope you don't have that at home. That's.
Yeah.
Although. Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun. If you need more information, go to our website at enid.org. and go to community events, and you should be able to find that information there. You can also give us a call at 580-616-7258, or you can email communications@enid.org.
And you can take all your regular recyclables there that day as well, right? Cardboard, paper, aluminum cans,
Yes.
tins, number 1 and 2 plastic.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Just like, yes, look at you. You're so on it.
Hey, I try to be. I try to be helpful when I'm here.
We also have the Walk of Fame information, so I don't know this off the top of my head, so I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm going to read it to you. But this is the information. If you're not aware of what Enid Walk of Fame is.
I'm not. Tell me about it. I want to know.
All right. Are you ready?
I am.
Buckle up.
I'm listening.
It's a lot of information.
Okay.
Okay. So the Enid Walk of Fame is an opportunity for people in the community to be able to nominate somebody. They nominate a how do I say that?
Posthumous?
Yes, which is a hard word for me to say for whatever reason.
It's a lot of syllables and sort of weird.
Maybe that's why. And then they do one that's living. So to be considered for the Walk of Fame, a person should have demonstrated a lifetime of service to the community in general, or have made an extraordinary contribution or act of selflessness or statesmanship in Enid. So there's that. So nominations are being accepted at the office or the city clerk until 5 p.m. on Wednesday, May 31st. So you have a bit of time, but don't procrastinate because, you know, we're almost in May. So time goes by really fast.
It does.
So crazy.
It does. And those folks at the city clerk's office, they're like,
yeah,
they're hopping busy like all the time. They're always taking something cool like, you know, nominations for this or board applications. They're amazing folks over there.
Yep. You can submit your nominations in the office, or you can send them to the city clerk's office at 401 West O&K Garriott Road, and they will be happy to help you get that done.
Is there, maybe you don't know, I don't know. Is there a nomination form, or do you just write, you know, like a glowing letter of recommendation for somebody?
Honestly, I'm not sure how to answer that.
Okay.
But if you call the city clerk at 616-7274, those fine people will help you.
I'm sure they will. They're very
have
helpful.
all the information that you're going to need for that.
That's fantastic.
So
there's some great people in Enid that have done some really, really great things for our community.
Like last year was Elaine Johns, and I don't remember the other one. Unfortunately, I forgot. My apologies. But
you can't retain all the information.
I can't. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
She has done tremendous work for the veterans. She has a massive heart for them.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen, but over at Wood Ring,
Yep.
Tox Murillo is doing a huge memorial mural for, oh my gosh, you have to go on there and see. Go to the Wood Ring Wall of Honor, and they will get you.
I'll have to go check it out. I've worked with Elaine. She's wonderful.
Yeah, and the mural is beautiful. Okay, so unfortunately, I do not have a pet to highlight. That doesn't mean that they don't have one.
Oh my goodness!
But
there's a lot of great pets over there.
A ton. Now I can't say that they have cats, but they always have dogs, and so they are doing a wonderful job. So I just want to say, save a life by adopting instead of buying.
You know, I've adopted many pets in my life. As a matter of fact, that tends to be how I get my pets. And adopted dogs are wonderful.
They are. Daisy is wonderful.
They're just wonderful. Yeah. What did you find? Did you find the flagpole?
No, I found another weapon for my Sir Lancelot. Look.
Oh, maybe that's a lance.
That's a jousting.
This is a spear, so that's a lance.
No. That's a joust. That's a jousting thing, isn't it? No.
Shall we Google it and find out?
No. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, he was just ready for another weapon.
He is. He's ready.
He is on guard.
He's ready to joust.
Anyway, so sorry. Look at him. He's so cute. Do you want to see him bald? No.
No, leave his helmet on.
Don't take my hat off. I'm bald. Look at him. Now he's bald. Anyway, okay.
Like the Lego movie, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So the animal welfare is doing a adoption thing.
Yeah.
Sorry for my wording. Where you get, when you adopt a dog from there, a pet, a fur baby, a forever home.
Yes.
Then you are not only, you will not only be gifted with the adoption fees waived.
That's a good deal.
As well as a voucher that you can see on your screen that says free spay and neuter, as well as a microchip.
That's really important.
That's through the ESP, or I can't say it. You see it on the screen.
ESPCA?
Great job.
Thank you. The ESPCA, Enid Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Good job.
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant, but good job.
That's what, yeah.
So if you have any questions, call over to the animal welfare. I'm going to skip back to the other slide. Their number is 580-249-4910. They will be more than happy to give you all the information that you possibly need. I would love to see some animals go to their forever home. But if you are not able to, then don't. Okay, moving forward.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't do that if you can't.
Yeah. So we're going to move into our road closures. Okay. So we have heard your opinions, and this is not over yet, but we know that you guys are loving this as more of a red flash than more of a four-way stop rather than a stop light. So we've heard that, but we are still studying. So they're doing a traffic study.
Okay, all right.
Over at East Broadway Avenue and South 16th Street.
North 16th Street.
Yes, North 16th.
It says north.
Well, technically it's right in the middle. So if you see it, there's north and then there's south, so
Okay,
it's right
gotcha.
in the middle.
Gotcha.
So it is what
Okay,
it
it's
is.
north and south. Wonderful.
Perfect. So that is going to continue until they wrap that up, and so just keep telling us.
I can't remember. Is that one that's a four-way stop now, or is it a light
It's
now?
a traffic light right now, but they have it in red flash working as a four-way stop because they're trying to figure out if it's better for a stop light or a stop sign.
Fantastic. I love the idea that we do research to figure out what is actually best for our community.
Yeah.
Like I think that's wonderful. Like we're actually looking and listening and paying attention and getting information. I think it's super cool.
I love it. And so then we also have, so this began on March 6th. This was for a road closure on East Birch Avenue. That was between North 19th and Orleans Avenue. And this was for a new roadway, and that is lasting about 6 or 7 weeks. And then we also have the intersection closure that started, or that was for West Iowa Avenue and South Monroe. And that started on April 17th, and that was for concrete repairs. And that is lasting about 3 weeks. And I think that's it. And then we have employment opportunities.
People could come work with us.
Dude.
I mean, like, you could come work with us. It's a great place to work.
It really is. We have a lot of benefits. And you get holidays off.
And you work with cool people.
I mean, true. You can come do what we do.
Yeah, it's fun times.
I mean, yeah. Where do you get to build Legos at work and just be silly?
So who's hiring right now?
Well, we just closed out our video producer position, but you have an opening.
We have a seasonal opening right now.
Yeah, I know.
We're hiring for the seasonal because summer reading is coming up, and we're going to need some help for summer reading. So we got a seasonal person that we're looking for summer reading. So if you're into the fast-paced life of summer reading in the library, this might be a good time to talk about dispelling library myths. So if you, I have heard people say that it must be nice to work in a library where you get to sit and read all day. I promise you, if you come to the library to work with us for summer reading, there will be no sitting and reading. We do not have time. We don't have time for that. There's a lot of books, and there's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of activities, and we are hopping a lot. So yeah, but there's we do have a spot at the library. It looks like there's a few seasonal spots out there.
Yeah, well, Parks and Rec obviously is seasonal because they have a lot of things going on. Like right now, we need lifeguards, and so they have started the hiring process for that. We do need lifeguards. I can't tell you how many we need, just because I don't know. But if you are a lifeguard with experience, or maybe if you're not
and you want to
do it, then feel free to go to our website at enid.org/careers, and that will give you all the information. You know, the cool thing about that is if you're not CPR trained, they will give you that.
They will get you
They will
CPR
train you.
That's awesome.
To do that. And so I think that's a pretty cool benefit of working with the city. And then we also need a groundskeeper, full-time seasonal groundskeeper. So, you know, the wages are really good.
They are. I mean, there's some full-time spots open there too. So if you go to that same website, enid.org/careers, you can find all the job openings, right?
Yes.
I feel like that's not all of them. There's more of them than that.
Possibly. This was from Friday, so they may have more open.
So it is pretty updated. All right, good.
So that will give you the job description.
Yep.
So that's pretty good.
Yep.
And then we also have some board vacancies. Now, from what I understand, they did fill the Martin Luther King Holiday Commission.
I believe they did that at the last.
I believe so too. So just be aware of that. And you can go to enid.org/board application and see what other things are available. We obviously under the vacancies that are open, you'll see on one side, any resident of Enid can, you know, like apply.
We call those members at large. Like you're a community member, that makes you qualified.
Right.
There are other boards that need specific roles.
Yes, that's
filled.
what I was getting at. Yes, good job.
You bet. Anytime I can help you out.
Absolutely. And so then go to there. And then we also have commission meetings and MAPC meetings coming up. So.
I'm looking at that because I'm not sure that the slide is correct.
Well, I mean, it's not on the 2nd, but it'll be on the 6th. So disregard the 2nd. And I believe that might be on a Thursday. So disregard that. But I thought I fixed it.
If you weren't sure about the dates of the meetings, do you know where you can go to find out?
You can go to Civic Web, I think.
Yes. So what I do is I Google Civic Web, all one word, CIVICWEB, and then second word Enid. If I Google that, it'll bring up Enid's Civic Web, and that's where you can find all kinds of things like when the next meeting is. You can find meeting minutes and meeting agendas and all kinds of information about what's going on with your city government. So definitely check that out, because I think you should be involved in what's happening in city government.
But I think you can also go to our website, enid.org, and go to meetings.
Yes.
You should be able to do that,
and that will link to the Civic Web.
Yep.
Yep.
So that might be the easier way. And if you have any questions, feel free to call in and we'll help you.
Absolutely.
616-7258.
That's absolutely. We love to be helpful.
I mean, that's what we're here for.
We love to be helpful.
So you're not alone.
No.
No,
we're
not
here
at
for
all.
you.
So.
Speaking of here for you.
Speaking of here for you, always in your corner.
Always in your corner. Always with the information.
There is some issues with the Garfield County Emergency Management Facebook page. And so if you're, something about logging in, if you need to stay updated, download the app. You can also go to the website as well, which I think is GCEM.com, I believe.
That sounds right.
And so that information will be on there as well, just like it would be on Facebook. And so if you have any questions, give us a call. Same thing for C-Click-Bix.
It's another helpful app.
A wonderful app.
It's a very helpful
Absolutely.
app.
Yeah. And so I actually get to see the statistics.
Oh, cool.
Every week whenever we do a report. And so it's actually really cool to be able to see like who utilized it, how many people have utilized in the past week the Enid Transit, or how many have reported potholes, or down street signs, or you know, stuff like that. And so it's actually really cool.
Yeah, and we can't be everywhere. But the
Right.
citizens of Enid can be all over the place. So
Well, there's
if
more of them than us.
So if you spot stuff and you let us know, then that gives us a chance to be able to get out there and fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, click, fix.
Absolutely. So, with that said, we are everywhere.
We are.
We are everywhere.
That's a lot of places. We're on Fire TV
Yeah, we are.
and Roku.
Yes.
That's awesome.
We're on YouTube too.
Yeah.
So,
we've been
I
on
mean-
YouTube though for a while, right?
Yeah. And so if you need to scroll back and say, hey, wait, I missed that information. They went through it too fast. Then go check out that video on our YouTube or our Facebook. We're on Twitter and stuff like that.
Is the heart with the wrench, is that the see, click, fix?
It is.
That's awesome.
It is, yes. And so not only is it for you to see, click, fix. Let's talk about that a little bit
Okay,
more.
yeah, I need some more information.
So see, click, fix is a two-way communication.
Beautiful.
Right? Okay, so it's like a two-way street. Okay? You're going that way and we're going this way and the information goes. Right? Okay, so you send us information and we send you information. It's like a phone call.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Through an app.
Yeah,
we're
through an app.
communicating back and forth. We're making sure that everybody's in the loop.
Yeah, so it's important for you to be able to stay connected like that.
What kind of information would I get from see, click, fix?
Well, I mean, we do press releases, which include like events.
Okay,
So,
cool.
like,
The press releases are good places to get information.
Yeah. So if we were going to have a planned water outage, that's where you would find. You could find that on the website. You can find that on our social media. I mean, see, click, fix is another place, another way to get notified too.
Cool.
So,
That's very cool.
yeah.
I want to know if there's going to be a planned water outage, so I don't,
Well, it's not just that; it's road closures.
Yeah.
And emergency things too, and like events and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a great way to get information out there.
Terry,
Yes.
thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, I love being
What did
here.
you build?
I'm just snapping pieces together. This isn't my art form. This isn't my space. See, look at you.
I built, where's my snake? I built an animal house. There's a snake in my
There's
house.
a snake in your house.
Man, this has been
is
so
cool.
much fun. I know. I was hoping that my intention was to make it a house on wheels. That's why I have all these wheels.
But we couldn't find the axles. They're probably in that bin somewhere.
I mean, probably. But anyway, Terry, thank you for coming on
Larissa,
the show.
thank you for having me. It's always so fun to be here. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, thank you
I
for
love my
tuning
new coffee
in.
cup.
Oh.